In a world of glitz and glam, flashing lights and screaming fans, most people are unaware of the war that rages behind the scenes. And that war includes your favorite artist and your favorite songs. This is The Dark Side of Songwriting. Hosted by Nayim Edwards.
Welcome to The Dark Side of Songwriting. My name is Nayim Edwards and I am your host. Today, we're going to talk about why Young Thug, legal team, and Young Thug lying about him having a ghostwriter, that he never wrote his lyrics himself, or he didn't write whatever lyrics they're talking about, is a very bullshit defense. And this one is easily disproven because, you might not agree with this in particular, but Thug is one of the best in his class, one of the best in his generation when it comes to song making. We're not talking about lyricism, even though I believe and I think Thug is a good songwriter, because being a good songwriter is a lot more than just the lyrics. You need to, yes, the lyrics matter, but you have to be able to encapsulate so many different elements, and that's an episode for Paranormal Pentivity. I don't want to get into that, but absolutely, of his class, his generation, of this time and today, he's one of the best song makers. And them even saying, oh, he had a writer and this and that, it's bullshit. It doesn't matter if they go back and change the metadata. It doesn't matter who comes out and say, I'm the ghostwriter. It's bullshit simply because, and we're not going to be here long today because this is just something I wanted to get off before we start talking about all this other stuff. But it's bullshit because Thug we've seen every single portion of his story. There's been people to go back and vouch that my television is acting crazy, but there's been people to go back and vouch for who he was before he started making music. But we've been able to watch every single element of his musical career, back to the mixtapes, to where the Birdman came in, to before that, to when he was with Gucci, until Gucci went to jail, to where he got with 300, all the dress and the shenanigans and all the antics and stuff just to get on. This is why you didn't get a platinum Young Thug project. You didn't get a #1 song and single. You didn't get those crazy high ass accolades that other people come out the gate with, because Thug did his the organic way. Keep in mind, his album So Much Fun was his first #1. Thug got hundreds and hundreds and thousands of songs. He's had plenty of projects. He's had attention, but the thing with it is, these other people have, even though Thug had that push, and Leor and them was giving him that push, and Kevin Liles was giving him that thing, Thug wasn't out here buying support. Thug wasn't out here buying views. He wasn't out here buying fake streams. He wasn't paying for the bullshit that people be paying for to say they got this, or say they went #1 and then they never get back on the charts, or they go #1 and they drop to number 300. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended. But that's the reason you never saw Thug have those crazy high accolades in the beginning, where he was arguably doing his best work, even though I think now it's more refined and it's more digestible, and he knows how to do it to a point now where it can be commercialized and everything is fire. He know what his hit sounds like, and he can come out and have big songs and big whatever. But you saw his career as a bugging here. You saw his career from the very beginning. You saw what it was like when he was making XYZ type of music. You saw him putting out, he had so much material that even though back then he's never had no writer. He might have had a motherfucker come in here bullshit and arrange the song, but a song arranger is not a songwriter. Like, they matter, but that's not the same as a songwriter. Thug's never had a ghostwriter. He probably never will, just because he's been doing it so long. He's had so much music and so much material, but you got to see it from the beginning. You didn't We just not coming into him and this nigga came out all jewelried out. Remember, he was wearing his little sister jeans, and you really saw this man go from poverty to rich as fuck. And we got the stories, we got the street stories, we got all of that, but this is about why it's just bullshit. You know it's not true because you saw it. You watched him do it himself. You watched him do it the bullshit way. You watched him outside with the people. You saw Young Thug when he didn't even have enough money to get his fucking hair done. You saw Young Thug when he didn't have enough money to probably buy toothpaste. It's just bullshit. And I ain't saying that to discredit no nigga situation. I'm saying it because we all know it's bull. We know it's bullshit. Why are we sitting around? Well, Young Thug had nobody believed it when it said it. Young Thug had a writer. You didn't believe that when you heard that. Like, you know that was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You know that was nonsensical, theatrical. I'll say anything to get off this motherfucking bench. Shit, you know that. So that's really the reason we don't really have to spend too much time on that because, again, it's simple. His defense is they're bullshitting. They're bullshitting about a writer, and everybody will easily disprove that because we watched him from the very beginning when he first started doing his thing and how he has done other work for other people, and other people like J. Cole coming out and saying, yo, this motherfucker is really a genius. This motherfucker is a real master of putting this music together. You know, everything might not be a hit, but just to be able to craft a song is most people can't write music. So this is the dark side of songwriting. My name is Nayim, and I will holla at you.